Hi all, long time no see. Just a quick one today. Obviously, there's been a lot about ChatGPT and all this potential and all of everything AI these days. There's probably about hundreds of apps coming out every single week and about doing all sorts of amazing stuff. So this time around here, what I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about ChatGPT again, obviously. But this time around, it's going to be quite useful. It's going to be talk to ChatGPT. So not only you can do some accessibility where you can speak, don't have to type anything, but being a language teacher by trade, I think it's also great so you can start practicing a little bit of languages with ChatGPT. You can answer you in target language and stuff like that and practice some questions. So there you go. If you go into the Chrome web store and see talk to ChatGPT, I'll put the link later on into the description of the video, so check there. You just add it to your browser. What happens, and if you go into ChatGPT, so here I am in ChatGPT. Okay, so you can see here I've got talk to ChatGPT here. We're going to have a look at the settings first of all. I'm going to speak to ChatGPT in French. I'm going to practice some French. Obviously, if you want to speak to it in English and get some English back, you just do that. Here, as a language option, we're going to try to be speaking to it in the target language to practice some questions. So speech recognition language is going to be French. You have quite a large amount of languages, so whatever your language is, you can have a look into it and practice and have it recognized. Then the AI voice and language, you want to have it in the same, because otherwise it's going to be speaking the language from the top in a very strange accent. So because I want to practice the French here, I'm going to have Thomas here. I don't think there was much choice. You can change the speed rate. It's nice and easy to do that. What I have done in the voice control is the automatic send. Automatic send is a bit annoying because if you have not quite finished your sentence and you're in the middle of flow, but you're thinking, well, it's going to be sending straight away your answer to ChatGPT, and it's going to be quite annoying. So just untick this one, and it does work, probably a treat. Okay, now if I click on save, I'm back to ChatGPT. Now, what we need to do is the following. I'll put a prompt and saying I'm asking ChatGPT to be a French tutor, and I would like it to coach me. Okay, I went onto a website where I got some GCSE questions. You always have to cite your sources, which I think is very important. So I went onto Sabina's website. You can see Sabina here, called the Ideal Teacher Language School. And I bumped into this, and I thought there was some really cool features on that. So, okay, here I am in ChatGPT. My app is installed here, and I've showed you already how to use it. Now I'm going to put my prompt with I want it to be a coach and give me some correct my mistakes, and I want it to randomly ask me some of these questions which are GCSE orientated. Okay, you can see here that it just spat out the whole thing in different order, so I need to ask it to be putting one question at a time. Pendant mon temps libre, j'aime lire du livre et aller à la cinéma.
Très bien. Juste une petite correction. Pendant mon temps libre, j'aime lire des livres et aller au cinéma. Le mot livre est ici utilisé au pluriel. Donc il faut ajouter le S à livre. De plus, pour parler du cinéma, on utilise généralement l'article le devant cinéma. Donc on dira aller au cinéma.
So I stopped the microphone here, so you can see that he gave me some instructions. It's not super straightforward, obviously, if it's not your first language, but you get the gist, and you can see your mistakes there, which are being corrected. So I'm going to. Another thing that I can do now is you could potentially have, if your level of language is probably a bit higher up, you could potentially having a conversation about different topics with ChatGPT and chatting about something. If you want to just like that to have a play. So let's try to do that. I'm going to start it off. Ok, est-ce que maintenant on peut parler de l'intelligence artificielle en général?
Bien sûr. Nous pouvons parler de l'intelligence artificielle en général si vous le souhaitez. Que voulez-vous savoir sur ce sujet?
Est-ce que l'intelligence artificielle va dominer le monde?
Non. Il n'est pas prévu que l'intelligence artificielle, IA, domine le monde. Bien que l'IA puisse être très performante pour effectuer des tâches spécifiques, elle reste limitée par sa programmation et ne peut pas agir en dehors de ce cadre. De plus, les développeurs d'IA travaillent actuellement à améliorer la sécurité et la transparence des algorithmes.
Okay, so he stopped mid-flow there, but again, you could potentially have a nice conversation there. And if you wanted to be doing something obviously out of languages, you don't really have to do that and not interested in that, but you can still chat and listen to the answers that ChatGPT is telling you if you have any questions on something. And instead of typing the prompt, maybe it will be easier for you to be voicing them if it's a gain of time for you to do that. Okay, so hope this has been useful. I think it's quite a nice thing to do. It's something a bit different. Good for languages, good for accessibility. If you cannot type things properly, but your voice does it, or if you want to go a bit of productivity, you can work and speak to ChatGPT too. I'm sure some of you will be coming up with some cool ideas there and then, but feel free to click on the like and feel free to follow me if you're not doing that already. Have a wonderful time. Take care. Good to see you again.